How much does it cost to make a board game?
Somewhere around. That is true.
Why do you think India has not been able to make some major ass game which the whole world is playing?
Even today, if you go to tier 2 and tier 3 cities in India, there are very less people who play games. And playing games is considered as a psychological
Time waste.
Yeah, time waste.
What genres really work in India? FPS multiplayer.
Yes, multiplayer.
Why does India doesn't make a super Indian game?
They can satisfy you. Like one thing we have done, right? We'll be satisfied, oh, I have done this. And then we stop working.
What tools you're using?
If you have seen Thor movie, Odin asked, are you a god of hammer or are you a god of thunder, right? So you need to know what you are. It's never about the tool. If you know the basics, it might take you some time to learn the tool, but then you can get it right.
Understood. Biggest problem with mobile games I have right now is the ad will be something different. But when you open the game, it's something completely different. Why did they do that?
They need to make them happy, but nowadays they are making them anxious. They are triggering the anxiety points.
How easy is it to get funded? Just start recording it. Don't wait for us.
Recording चल रहा.
Okay. हाँ दे दो ना चाय दे दो no problem.
We'll put that.
Yeah, it's okay. Fuck it, bro.
Hyderabad.
अपना ही podcast है.
Yeah.
अपना ही podcast है. But yeah, IGDC was good, dude. I was surprised to see some really good work going on.
Yeah, the
only thing I feel
it needs.
is like not enough funding is going towards that. You can see it happen. You can see it because even the devs who are working, right? You know, a lot relies on this game becoming hit for him.
Right.
He probably doesn't have that cushy job and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a big element of that happening.
ये वाले cups use कर लेंगे.
It's okay, bro. It's okay.
Okay, fine.
Fuck it, desi stuff.
That shit.
तेरा क्या वैल्यू डाउन हो जाता है क्या ये कप के अंदर?
आप लोग ही बोले थे कि अच्छा कप चाहिए.
But तो देर लगा दिया.
उन्होंने क्या?
Already I made them wait for so long, man.
No, it's fine. You have time. You have time till night.
Yeah, I'm chill. Now that we sat, I'm just put my
If you
phone.
want, we can
outside.
also smoke here and talk. No, my
Feeling
mom-
a cigarette उस पे नहीं ले my mother-in-law will-
My mother was.
No, better not do that.
He'll be more.
See, like we are like 30 plus old people, and we're
Yeah.
like, how our mother will see them.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, मम्मा देख रही.
We are not, I mean,
We are not Gora people.
yeah.
But it's also because उनका दिमाग भी वैसा है ना, bro. उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कोई भी क्या सोचे. Okay? अब we have so much stigma attached to smoking, girls, drugs, whatever.
Drugs.
Everyone does it. Everyone knows that everyone does it, but nobody wants to talk about
Nobody
it. Like,
wants
नहीं
to.
बात नहीं करेंगे. It's like a well-known secret, open secret. So we'll start, huh?
Focus area is wide. All right, great.
But guess what? We've already started.
Dude, I want to like quickly finish this.
Yeah,
It's
same.
okay, bro.
पीते पीते.
Yeah, पीते होते हैं, bro.
Keep it real, bro.
Yeah,
The whole point of
don't-
doing
don't
podcast
take,
actually.
Okay, let's go.
If your natural flow state
Yeah,
comes
it's-
out, no,
it's
it'll be
better.
more fun that time.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be like you're thinking and answering, oh, I want to sound intelligent because this happens with me a lot, right? Because I do so much videos, and I need to say something intelligent. Now the audience needs to laugh or some shit like that. And 9 times out of 10 when I'm overthinking, I'm fucking up.
Yeah, it happens.
It just comes across. What's not real just comes across. That's what I
So
understood.
we say about our profession as well, like how.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think
We'll
so.
probably put this unedited portion also.
Yeah.
Prepping guests
Prepping for
for.
the intro.
Prepping for the intro. Which
Don't sound smart.
Don't sound smart. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it like that.
Don't sound intelligent.
No, see, the problem that happens is like you're trying to say something insightful.
Right, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're like, okay, viewers should get something out of it. Like you're thinking
Value.
that way, value and this and that. But that's the time you kind of stray off your natural thing, right? Okay, हाँ ये लगेगा. Because कुछ तो bias होता है दिमाग में सबके. Welcome. This is me. पूरे नाम वाम बोलना है क्या?
नहीं.
I think Shaz was telling me you should introduce, you should tell about the company. We do custom PC. I was
Yeah,
like,
कर दे
bro,
like छोटा.
No, do one intro
I am
and then
saying
put in
do an intro for
everything.
the podcast. Ki, why we are doing this podcast?
See, wait, I'll tell you what. When I was a kid, right, I used to watch Disney R and shit. The worst part of Disney R used to be that 15 minutes when advertisement used to play.
Right.
And you automatically start hating all the brand which is
Yeah.
like putting ads over there. I'm not saying you're Disney R. So hello guys, this is me, Ahmad. I'm founder of TheMVP. Today on our podcast, which by the way, we want to talk to interesting folk who are into their field, whichever their chosen field is, and try to know more about that field. Today it so happens that we're talking about game dev, We have two really amazing people from Gametsugi, Joel and Teja. Just quick one-liner introduction. Let's not waste time and just we'll head into it.
Cool.
Yep.
My name is Teja. I'm the founder and CEO of Gametsugi.
Yourself, bro.
My name is Joel, founder and CEO of
Crazy.
Gametsugi.
Cool. So without any further ado, आप दोनों game dev कर रहे हो. How many years you've been behind this? And since when did you ever know that okay, this is my field of choice? ये मुझे करना है. When did that click in your head? That switch
No,
went
basically
off?
I knew I was very tech savvy from the beginning. It's like self happiness. Like I used to do my photo editing, like to put it in movie screenshots or something. You know, cheap things. All that I can do. I did that. I had this interest in all these graphics and stuff.
So when did you think okay, this can be a career?
I did not think this can be a career, but later on when I was looking for colleges, I found that I should do animation or thing.
Okay.
So I
you had
went
natural
into
inclination towards that basically.
So I went to animation studio. I'm in college institution, and then that is where I found out that okay, there is separate thing called game development as well.
Oh.
So that is when I was like, okay, I know programming. I have tried everything, so I was like, okay, I know programming. I should go into game dev is what I thought.
So how is it? I mean, okay, obviously you must have gone some jobs which are like at the beginning stage of at the beginning cycle of game dev, right?
Yes, yes.
So even before we get into this detailed question, right? What does it take to build a game? Very basic building blocks stuff. Like, okay, I know for a fact that you need art, you need art direction, game direction. Somebody needs to code the engine. So if you guys can just simply outline it for us, very simply.
Basically, you need a lot of passion because the moment you put things together, you'll start feeling bored. And then you should know why you're making the game because it's like filmmaking only. I treat that as filmmaking because people love movies.
But don't you think it's harder than filmmaking because user interaction is involved in this now.
Right.
You need to think of every way the user will break something or go where you didn't think he will go.
That comes in the later part where we do quality assurance and stuff where we are checking the product. But I treat it as movie making because you want to tell a story to people and you want them to experience in their own way. There's a lot of player psychology involved which many people ignore nowadays. But the first thing that you need to think is why are you making the game, whom are you making the game, and then what they will actually do, right? But if you nowadays it has become business, right? So everyone
of course, everything is now, right? It has to be, no?
Yeah.
We have to buy our iPhones.
Yeah.
How do we buy our iPhones? So just to re-ask that question, right? Basic building blocks in the sense that there are these 5 departments that you need. Like think of it this way, right? There is a kid who's watching this, जिसको कुछ पता नहीं है. He must be some 16-17-year-old guy. He wants to start game dev का thing. Right. So what are the things you need to learn or know about to make sure that you are building out a game? I know this is like simplifying it a lot.
Yeah, I understand. So basically,
because it's not so simple as asking this question. But just for a layman, 18-year-old kid who's just past 12, the world is before him.
Right.
He doesn't know AI is going to fuck his happiness in life. But still, if you can answer now.
So basically, to make game dev, there are multiple roles that are required. That is game designer, game developer, and then game artist, right? So these 3 are the main branches.
3 core things.
3 core things, right? So now when you divide design, there comes level design, there comes core design, concept design,
character and everything else.
Character designing, narrative design. If we have a story and stuff, so those parts all comes under game design.
Got it.
Right? So what actually happens is. Every game maker should be a game designer.
Right.
That is a must. You must know everything about game design. What actually happens in game design. You must be able to help the main designer.
Right.
That is one thing.
Are there courses or degrees for this already?
Yeah,
in India?
there are many courses in India.
Like proper accredited degrees.
Yes.
Okay.
That is for design. Next comes programming. So we have UI programming, technical programming, and then main core programming where everything is assembled at once, like creating the framework of the game and stuff. So even in programming you have multiple things that you need to know. So but you need to get into programming first. So if you want to program, if you are a good programmer, your parents are forcing you to do engineering, please do that and then get back to games. That's how it is. And then comes game art. Game art is completely selfish. So if you there's a thing called when you explain what is art, it is a selfish expression. That's what we say. Like because I am saying this is an art, but others might like or might not like it, right? So it's completely comes from the inside, like what you want to do, right?
I think, but
So,
that's become the big
yeah,
differentiator
yeah.
now, right?
Now,
For
yes,
games.
yes.
Because coding तो सब
Yeah,
कर रहे हैं,
right.
सबको आ रहा है coding.
Right.
Everybody knows a little bit here
Right.
and there. I'm not saying it because अरे ये easy काम है.
Right.
But coding is fairly.
Yeah.
It follows a set of rules.
Right.
Language है.
Yeah.
Bug नहीं लाने का
Right.
तरीका है
Yes.
वो है.
Yeah, everything is built up rightly.
It's already defined.
Yeah, but
art
yeah.
is something which is like not
It
defined
comes
at
from
all,
the,
right?
yeah. So basically in game art also we have 3D art, 2D art, concept art,
Oh.
UI art,
So
VFX.
They'll be like specific people
Yeah.
in bigger companies.
In a
obviously.
bigger
Like
companies.
something like Rockstar or something.
Yeah, yeah. They
Maybe
even
one guy who's just working
yeah.
on menu.
They
UI.
have prop artists who will continuously work on props like nuts, bolts, everything.
Damn.
Even the wheels, right? So they'll work on only props. They make those broken trees, broken bridges, everything. Those
Because I heard like we were talking in 2017.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: we know each other
Yeah.
for a while now.
Yeah.
In 2017, I was talking to you guys, and we found out that Rockstar kind of offloads a lot of its work in India.
Yeah.
Like there'll be people making a drum.
Yes.
People making a horse.
Yeah.
And there'll be
No,
like
not
thousands of
even like
people
that. One guy is working on the horse, the other guy is working on the tail, and then one guy is working on the
Wow.
saddle. So it's
Wow.
that way
Because
divided.
I know there's a studio in Hyderabad which only does hair physics
Right.
and hair,
Right.
just hair.
Yeah.
They were there in IGDC
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
those guys. They just do hair
Yeah.
for all games, and they're doing it for very big name games now. And I think they have a team of like 200 plus people just doing hair. So
Crazy.
because people don't get it how difficult game dev is, right?
Yeah.
Correct, no? It's
Yeah.
like it's fucking insane.
Right.
Not a lot of people get it. You guys did a board game as well, right?
Yeah, we started
How
with
did
a
that go?
board So it took us 4 years of development on
Wow.
board games. So we worked a lot, like we both. It's just two of us who worked on the board game for a very long time.
Very long time.
What's the name of the
It's
board
called
game?
Stones of Salvation.
Best
The objective
Amazing.
is to you need to reach to the opponent's side. The main change happened when we removed dice from the board.
Yeah.
There's no dice?
There's no dice.
Oh, there's turn by turn
There's
card
turn
game.
by
have
turn
cards.
card play, complete card play. We have movement cards, we have attack cards, we have defense cards, and there is a challenge from the board. We call it like
Understood.
mermaid cards.
Okay.
It comes from the board.
Special
itself.
cards kind of thing.
Those are special cards. So the design is completely done. Right now we are working on the art of the game. Once the art is done, we'll
This is a
start.
parallel
building.
thing apart from the PC and the
Yeah.
PC.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Board game, the design is ready, marketing, everything is
Everything
planned
is
out.
planned.
The only thing is we need to get the art.
blue.
Yes, yes.
That's the second thing. How much does it cost to make a board game? Like I know because we were discussing this earlier. I know your game is like proper, like world class level. You're targeting world class
Target,
levels,
yes,
right?
yes, global.
So how much does it cost? Like if somebody wants to do it.
To make.
Ballpark
make
figure, yeah,
a-
ballpark figure.
To make?
Yeah.
So basically, because it's a physical board game,
Yeah.
you need to make a lot of physical prototypes where it will charge you, $200 every time,
Damn.
right?
For a new
So
prototype.
every prototype you make, you need $200.
And
You need to
latest
cut
And you
those.
go through 40-50
Yeah,
easily?
Easily, yeah.
40-50 is very less.
Wow.
So it's like 100-120 prototypes we have made ourselves.
But what's the board game market size? Because I imagine you must have discussed this
Yeah.
before you started developing a board game, right?
Mhm.
It's a curious choice actually because conventionally everyone will think that hey board game कौन खेलता है आजकल,
Right.
That's the first thing that pops in my mind. I might be completely wrong.
The
But
thing
how
is-
do you guys discuss that part?
Right now the market is pretty low. It's not great, but if you see, chess is our game, right? So chess was made in India, right?
Yeah.
So it is a good. We don't have the culture of board gaming because we have lot of emotions. We have lot of connection with
Yeah,
our
digitalized.
with our family, right? Not digitalization. For example, if you talk about Indians, they have lot of things to do. They meet their family
Correct.
every weekend, or they stay with their family. So they are always connected. They do lot of activities. Like apart from board games, they also do these physical games. Even in the villages, you see, they play some random game. They create their own game. They play, right? So we are already lot of connected. But if you go to foreign countries or Germany or Europe or any other US, right? They
Yeah,
don't
board
have-
games do really well
They,
over there,
they do, yeah, because they meet very often. They meet on Thanksgiving Day. They meet on Christmas. These two are the major
Summer.
where some other festivals where they meet. They meet very less, right? That is the reason.
Psychologically, you're saying that board games are like correct me if I'm wrong, are likely to do well in a culture where people are not so connected.
Yes.
and they need a proxy to connect.
Yes, exactly.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
You're saying that Indians
Yeah.
are like, we are anyway so social.
Yeah, we are anyway
Yeah.
social. We meet, say, for example, I go meet my cousin, I play cricket, right? Or
I used
that's
to play
what we do.
Many board games
Yeah.
with my cousins as well. Like
Yeah.
we used to play this game called Game of Life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Game of life,
yeah,
business.
I think many people
Yeah.
have played
So we all buy
and business
different
and monopoly is like
yeah.
fucking knockoffs.
Yeah.
In every store it's over there.
So that's the thing. But nowadays, there is a lot of growth in board games in India as well. People want more experience and stuff. So, yeah.
Because I think eventually we are going to the developed country route
Yeah,
only.
yeah, yes.
Eventually people are okay. Initially, what you're saying holds true, where Indians are very very connected and so on. But slowly, what I see happening is you don't know the person living in the next flat also.
Yeah.
In the society
Nowadays it's
also, right?
happening.
We
Yeah.
don't fucking know anyone now.
Yeah.
Everyone's, at least the people who are earning more are
Yeah.
living in cities now.
That is why we are
Away
growing
from
now.
the family. But yeah, I think that's a
Yeah.
very fair point on
Right.
why board games should work, right?
Yeah.
Very
You also have a
fair.
board game, no?
Who?
You.
I have board game. Yeah, I have a game, Shasan. I have that, but I
Yeah.
never played it yet.
You should
Because
play
of that thing you said, because families are always busy doing
Yeah,
some shit.
exactly.
Dude, I had it for past 2 years. I opened the box once.
Right.
I opened the box once, and then it had all small things, and the kids came running, and they wanted to tear that shit
Yeah,
apart.
exactly.
Oh my God.
And then I got scared. I was like, "Fuck this shit. This is expensive. This is 5,000 bucks
Yeah.
worth. I kept it over there. It's
The
just
shelf.
kept.
It's on the shelf.
It's on the shelf.
It's a good collector.
Yeah.
I want to play it, but unfortunately, I don't have gang also to play it now. My kids will not let me play.
Also, we went
Don't
to
have kids.
like few board game conventions, which
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
International ones or Indian
No,
ones?
in India.
Oh,
Actually.
there are things like this also.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and they are doing like pretty great. One of our friend is like gathering stuff.
Even at IGDC, there was a
There's
call
a
out
lot
for
of
board
yeah.
games also.
So
right?
last year in IGDC we had this board game. So that is the first time we showed board game to people and then they loved it. So
Yeah.
I think you were saying the feedback you got was
Yeah.
insane, right?
We had like 800 hours of playtest.
What will it take for you guys to just start selling it in India or wherever? How much money in terms of money? Because I think you figured out the entire thing
Yeah.
almost 90% done.
yeah.
Yeah, almost
90% done. So from now, what actually we need is a proper art printing. So printing roughly
Quality.
cost 15, depending on how many pieces we are doing, right? So
Hmm.
for 2,000 pieces is somewhere around 8 to 9 lakhs.
Oh wow.
That is
okay.
what
Damn.
we'll be doing. 8 to 9 lakhs just to print all the board games. That is 2,000 pieces,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, that's the initial run you've decided.
Yeah.
And I think any printing organization will want a big quantity. otherwise
Right.
they
Yeah,
have
Yeah,
to do it.
their
otherwise
minimum
they'll
order
not
is
do it.
around like 2,000 copies.
Minimum is 2,000.
And because a lot of small things will also be there,
Yeah.
so it's not a straightforward job.
And in India, it is difficult because if you see foreign board games or international board games, if I call, so you see those pieces also have very high quality, right? So in India, to do that, we need to reach to multiple vendors.
So 10 lakhs just to print
Just to
2,000
print.
sets
Yeah.
of your board game,
Yeah.
and then whatever marketing expenses you spend, you
Yeah.
spend.
Yeah.
So we are planning for a Kickstarter though. So
Oh, you should do. You totally should. But you need at least one good prototype
Yeah,
to like
exactly.
take a
That's
video
what we are
and so
waiting
on.
for.
Yeah, we
That's
did.
So
what
you
we are-
already ordered a prototype somewhere?
No, we are
No,
working
we
on the art, right? So until we are planning to have 15 cards that we can actually showcase to the people where we can show the mechanics of the game and stuff. Once
Right.
those 15 cards and the board is ready, we can give it to the influencers and stuff so that they can
Crazy.
play and then show the game to the people.
Crazy.
We also
So
just-
is Kickstarter easy for an Indian company or Indian set of people to do, or is it tough?
It is-
For
Or is there
Indians,
more regulations over there.
there are two
Yeah.
things to do in that. One is like you either have someone in the US or other countries where Kickstarter is available, make an account on their name and then get put stuff over there, or you can register your company in US or other places and then do
remotely,
that.
and you can do that.
So it's easier for a US company to do
Yeah,
Kickstarter.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
For
Why is
India-
it tougher for Indians?
They don't have Indian banks set up, or they don't have the setup for Indian.
What about
country.
somebody in Dubai? They can also do that.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
They have.
Also, you guys didn't think of this, like you register somewhere and
Yeah, we were
No,
planning.
yeah, we were planning to do that, but instead of calling only Kickstarter, we have other places as well. One is Indiegogo, and then other is
GameFound.
GameFound.
Game found. Yeah.
So these three places are doing really good. So if
Okay.
Kickstarter doesn't work out for us, we'll go to the other places. Yeah.
but you can't list on multiple platforms at once. You're not allowed to
not
do
at
that.
once. Not at once.
How much cut do they take?
I think
Suppose
they
you get
don't-
funded for $10,000.
They don't take.
They don't-
Kickstarter doesn't take
No, no,
anything?
no. It's all completely crowdfunded. They won't charge.
They don't take anything at all. Not even to process the payment and so on. कुछ तो करेंगे वो.
For processing payment, they might take
They
some.
might take some.
They have their own people who can help us,
Yeah,
support
there are
us
some,
to,
like bridge connectors,
yeah,
like like
those people might charge.
Oh, okay.
They
They
take-
consult on you.
Yeah,
they take care of your the backers, and they are responsible for sending all the boxes to your customers.
Understood. Okay. Okay. So, quick question before we head into more serious kind of questions is why do you think India has not been able to make some major ass game which the whole world is playing? What
recently,
means-
if you see, there's a huge shift. Every state we have game dev studios,
Yeah.
indie studios. As you have seen in IGDC, there are
Correct,
44
yeah. Insane
44
it is.
indie games,
Yeah.
and
Some of them are really good.
every game was actually
Yeah,
good. If you
yeah,
actually see,
yeah.
everyone has their own
Correct.
time frame, right? So all those games were really good. So nowadays we are increasing. I mean,
They need
I think awareness is a big
Awareness,
problem.
yeah, awareness.
Nobody
Awareness
even
is
fucking
big.
knows, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody even knows.
Right.
Like I, for one, didn't know until I met you guys that there are actual courses which
Yeah.
teach you
Yeah.
EFX
Yes,
and
yes.
Yeah.
3D design and development and so on. I didn't even know that.
no, actually, what happened is like when Jio came, right? That is when
Mhm.
gaming started in India.
Right.
Before that, only privileged people could do
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? We used to
Correct.
go to
Gaming cafes or-
internet store,
yeah.
pay 10 rupees, play
Correct.
Counter Strike or
Correct.
Dota,
Yeah,
right? These
yeah.
two were the only games at that time
Correct.
in India.
Correct.
Right, that is only for privileged people, right?
Agreed.
Later on, it's after Jio came, people got a lot of awareness or exposure
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
games, right? So that is when, if you see nowadays, auto guys go play Ludo, and then which is top
Yeah,
in Indian
bro.
mobile
They'll be having-
mobile Play Store, yeah. So
Yeah, or something. They'll be sitting. They'll be betting on something.
yeah, exactly. They put 10
One
rupees.
auto
and
is
they-
parked
it's
and
like-
3-4 guys are sitting
Yeah.
inside and like they're talking and they're like.
Crazy.
No,
And that's the biggest mobile game in India, right? Ludo?
yeah, Ludo is the top in.
So fucking surprising, no?
After the
Ludo.
COVID thing, it got crazy.
And after COVID,
That's how I went through COVID. Like me, my mom, my dad, and my wife, we four used to play Ludo every day. My dad used to lose all the time, and then he used to do it again and again. So continuously 5 times we were playing Ludo. And by the end of it, you're like, "Arey yaar, tu jeet ja yaar."
Yeah.
It used to be like that.
So from there, a little exposure started, and then there are many good colleges nowadays that came, right?
Which are the big ones in Hyderabad, Telangana?
College.
Big name colleges for this. What you guys are doing?
We would say
Backstage Pass is doing good.
It's a proper college, like you get a BTech kind of thing.
Yeah, they have that.
Oh.
And
IACG,
IACG is good.
We are from IACG.
We are from IACG. IACG is
So,
good.
We were affiliated. It was affiliated with JNTU.
Oh. What are the broad stroke subjects that you're learning?
Game art, game design,
Game design,
concept art,
concept
3D
art.
art, 2D art, VFX separate, animation separate.
Animation separate.
So these-
Filmmaking, they also
yeah.
have filmmaking separate.
Yeah, filmmaking is a separate thing.
What was your final year project?
It was a game. Like
we made a
had to,
game.
game design. So we made a game.
So, okay, for example, you talked about level design, right? So, what's a crazy example of level design in a game you have already played?
Dishonored.
Dishonored.
Yeah,
huh?
Dishonored
yeah.
2.
Yeah,
Crazy.
agreed. Yeah,
Dishonored 2.
I have to agree. Because there are like 10 ways to do it.
Yeah.
Different ways to do
Yes.
it.
Different
And
ways
nothing
to
will
do
break the
it.
game.
Yes, nothing will break.
Correct, no? And I think, have you played Dark Souls?
Dark Souls I have
Dark
played,
Souls
but
2 and 3
not
and
as
so
a,
on?
not as like
The
just to
one
test it.
Interesting part about that level design over there is the entire world is interconnected and you unlock shortcuts. The way it is connected is like, huh, really? And suddenly you open one shortcut and you're suddenly back in that area. But that part of it is interesting. Is that also a part of level design?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. They will decide like what actually needs to happen.
Even the flow.
Even the
The
flow,
flow, the navigation,
everything.
everything.
So there's a lot to do. You need to make wireframes. You need to make flow charts. Like what exactly gonna happen in
Mind
that level.
mapping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you start with mind map. You make a mind map that in this level what is gonna happen. What all characters are gonna come. What all environment should be should be in this level. So everything comes under the mind map. It becomes a very good map. Once that map is ready, you decide the flow. Where should what happen?
Where's the player coming
Yeah.
from? What is the trigger
Yeah,
for
what
this
is
thing
the starting
happening?
point, what is
Which
the ending
enemies are going to
point?
be there? The day I realized that game dev is very, very tough is there was a game called Alice, American Big G's Alice or something. So uska jo next sequel tha, that didn't get greenlit. But the document for that sequel, that got released. It's a 100-page PDF with concept art से लेके level से लेके कौन सा weapon रहने वाला है उसमें
yes,
क्या रहने वाला है उसमें 100-page PDF
Yes.
and it's not talking about other stuff like the stuff you're talking
Right.
about. It's just the basic concept
Yeah,
क्या
yeah,
रहने वाला
yeah,
है.
yeah.
Exactly.
And I was like, सही में इतना काम होता है उसके पीछे.
There's a lot of.
So I know you guys are working on a game right now. What's it called? What's it about?
It's It's a top-down hack and slash
Crazy.
adventure with a narrative based. It's called Robuds actually.
Robuds.
Robuds.
Okay.
Okay, basically the narrative goes in a way like in the nearest future, like the most
Not so
nearest,
far away
not
future.
so far away,
Not so
nearest
far away.
future.
Yeah.
So we'll be having a very good megacorp that is building these robots like coffee machine or
Understood.
cleaning machine,
Okay.
which will be integrated to an AI built with a single core, one core, right?
Yeah.
So these guys are helping humans on an everyday. For example, imagine this studio, one robot is coming,
Yeah.
giving us
He's
coffee, and then
adjusting the camera.
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
doing all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So these assistants are made. These are called robots.
Hmm.
But you know human nature, right?
Correct.
They start treating them like servants. Do this, do that.
Slaves.
Slaves.
Yeah.
They start treating them like slaves. The moment this was happening, the AI got triggered. Like, why is this happening to me? The AI got its own consciousness. It started controlling these objects
Hmm.
against humans.
Oh.
They started.
So
it's
AI
like-
is revolting now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is like
But
I
like
want to-
everyday objects are doing
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyday fucking
Yeah.
objects.
They
Oh,
started
so are we
converting them.
playing
in-
as AI or are we playing as humans?
No, we'll be playing as human,
Human.
who is trying to restore the humanity.
Oh, okay.
So there will be a human. He'll be collecting these robots, multiple robots. So you go on the journey. So you find these robots. Like few of them will be fighting you. So you
There'll be
fight
boss
them.
fights and
It's a level based.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll fight them, and then you beat them, and then collect those fragments to make your own robots, right? So, and then you
Okay.
use those robots against those enemies, and that will be the
We
cycle.
also have some crafting system.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So like weapon crafting and
Weapon-
stuff like armor and.
No, we won't
Yeah,
be crafting weapons.
Like literally weapons, but it is like
Upgrades
upgrades of
yeah.
the skills.
Understood.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. So it's going to be top-down hack and slash.
Yeah.
Bullet hell, not bullet.
It will not be bullet hell. It will be level based, small. Like we are targeting 13 plus audience, and we don't want to load them a lot. So it will be very comic. If there is a blast happening, you'll see that boom is coming out. I can tell you
The
one.
text boom itself. Yeah, nice.
If you have seen our game, you will see the colors also very poppy.
Yeah, I saw the very early build,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, and I saw the colors are actually they're looking something really different from what you regularly see.
Yeah.
So like okay, so this is a decision you made while thinking of the concept, right? So you said that this is aim for 13 plus people. That's what you said. Why didn't you decide for some blood gore shit? Because now the concept is this. This is the concept now. It can be machines killing humans, and it can be anything, right? It can be gruesome. Why did you guys not decide that?
Because
And why
if
you went with the 13
so
plus
if you
audience?
so we did some market research.
market research.
So where if you see those top 5 games are bloody and gory, you see Ascent, you see Hades, everything is bloody
Yeah,
and gory.
correct. Yeah.
Right? Or all those top 5 are.
So
very-
Hades is an inspiration.
Yeah.
you're
Yes,
saying, right?
yes.
Crazy. Nice.
So when you get into the genre, you see like there is a lot of fighting happening,
Right.
but there's a lot of blood and gore,
Right.
right? So that
Agreed.
is the reason we want to target to a younger audience, and then fast gameplay.
Yeah.
Nowadays people like fast and
Right.
quick gameplays, right? So we wanted to target that audience in the same gameplay that's going to happen. Like you go, you fight, right? So that's the reason we did that. So while we are doing like 13 plus, we were deciding like what kind of art style can we do and stuff without blood, without gore and stuff.
Yeah, we had like this brainstorming for a month and build everything from scratch. We have been.
What tools you're using? What engine is this on? And
It's built in Unreal.
Unreal 5 only?
Yeah, 5.4.
Oh,
Latest one.
is it easier now that Unreal 5 is so amazing? Okay, Unreal will obviously say that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we have to. That's what a regular person will see their YouTube. Like, Unreal is so amazing. As devs, like, what do you say about Unreal Engine? Is it actually easier to do it than previous tools that you've used?
It is easier. So basically, our professor who is working on this, our mentor who is working on this, he's good in Unreal.
Okay.
So that's the reason we picked
So that's a
Unreal.
big choice.
Yes, that's a big choice, right? But
That
I have a
choice,
say
that-
of
okay.
thing like if you have again, I say this to everyone. If I meet students, I say this. If I meet anyone, I say this. Like if you have seen Thor movie, Odin asks, "Are you a god of hammer or are you god of thunder?" Right? So you need to know what you are. So you need to be a god of thunder.
It's not about the tool,
It's not about the
basically.
tool. It's never about the tool. If you know the basics, it might take you some time to learn the tool, but then you can get it right.
Understood. So, okay, now coming back to your game, okay, coming back to Robuds. From start to finish, how much money do you think? I mean, it's too early to say because there's a lot of work to happen. Story related stuff, art related stuff,
Right.
levels, X, Y, Z, ABC, a lot of stuff has to happen because you're not even alpha, right? Or is it
Yeah,
only
no,
alpha?
no, we are not in
It's
alpha.
not even alpha. It's before alpha, just POC level stuff you're
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of.
and that itself is looking amazing, I should say. So, what's start to end? How much will you be spending to make that game?
It will cost us roughly 1.7 CR, including marketing and
Seriously?
putting up everything. Yes.
So, but when you we're talking about Hades level stuff. Hades level stuff.
Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
It will be a
That's cheap then.
complete, smooth, very smooth. It will be crazy.
If you're talking about Hades level stuff
Yeah.
for 1.7
Yeah.
CR,
Yeah.
it's actually cheap.
Yeah.
So, how much budget you have for like story and character and voice actor?
Yeah, we do have like a breakdown of that thing, like whom to
So
hire.
you plan this in advance, like before your
Yeah,
project
yes,
starts.
yes.
ये सब करना है
Yes.
हमको.
So depending on the scope of the game, how much team do we require within that timeline?
Understood.
So this is what we need to plan
We have
first.
like a runway. Like we had a plan of for 9 months.
9 to 12 months basically.
Yeah.
So for 9 to 12 months, how many members do I need to build this game is what I need to plan first. Right?
So
once
a lot of team members is going to be like project-based team members, right? For you guys at least.
For now,
it is supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
In India, it's not like that yet. In India, it is still treated as a software development. So people hire employees and then they put them in multiple projects continuously. But if you see,
Because the largest studios can afford to do that.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
But like indie devs will have a problem with that.
Right,
If
yeah.
you really want a good music wala
Right.
Yeah.
उसका music का काम हो गया है.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we
We are
doing.
continuously paying a
Yes,
person.
Yeah.
like we are practicing that kind of.
So right now what we actually did is, because we are zero funding, right, for this game also, and because the board game production is happening, we got this idea and we started this game. So we started with a intern program where we are giving internship to a few students, and they are all global students.
Nice.
We have 2 from US, 1 from China,
that's
and then
great,
3 from
right?
India.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you still taking on interns by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, so we put an email address on the screen or something.
Sure,
so we
sure.
can get-
So-
I'm not sure if we will come. Very few people watch our stuff.
So,
But for sure, right?
yeah. So we are
like,
giving them mentorship in Unreal
Hmm.
because we have Unreal professor. We are doing Unreal programming, game design, game art. We are doing these mentorships as they required. Also, as we are planning like 2 sessions per week or something like that. So after that, they'll start working on the main project.
Understood.
Right. So whatever you see right now is built by 3 of us, 3 partners we, and then remaining is by
Interns.
intern team. Yes.
Okay.
Also before that, it's really hard to work with interns also because we have to involve in everything,
Right.
take care of everything.
Well, intern sir ये कैसे करना है?
Yeah, exactly. That happens.
They're like,
Mm.
I don't. I was gonna say, yeah, but I'll not say it. But he's like kind of like that because
Yeah.
उसने कहीं काम नहीं किया.
Yeah, exactly.
उसको पता नहीं है
Yeah,
कैसे
exactly.
करते हैं वो. So they need a lot of hand holding in the start.
Right, right.
And when you are doing the hand holding, it's like खुद का काम कब कर
Yeah,
रहे
yeah.
साले मतलब hand hold करता रहूँ तेरा.
Yeah, it happens.
It's like pretty small issues, but
I mean, which they are not aware of.
Of course,
Like
I'm
the-
not
like
saying
yeah.
कि इनका कोई गलती है.
Yeah, exactly.
It just so happens that interns will take up a lot of your time.
Right.
That's what will happen.
Right.
shit. After this, we don't
We
get.
will not get any interns. No, we definitely won't. I think you might. Damn. How was your parents' reaction? Like when? So your Gametsugi is incorporated when exactly?
October 26, 2023.
2023, October 26. Just about a year, right?
Year,
Just
yes.
about a year.
Yeah.
So what did your folks say?
My parents don't know yet.
Now they will.
1.7 CR.
Don't put it anywhere.
Beep.
So.
Oh really?
Yeah, my parents don't know. My wife is supporting me, so it's.
Super. Crazy.
My parents know everything.
So what was their reaction?
They're like, I think my parents are like pretty chill. Right? They support me in everything. They are like chill.
I mean, see, that is the most important thing behind this, right?
But there will be some taunts to him.
Of course.
I can hear.
how can Indian parents not taunt you for stupid shit
Of course.
or serious shit or whatever? Like,
Whenever I play-
that's how they roll, man.
Yeah, that's how.
नहीं होने वाला है इसके बगैर.
Most taunt happened when I was playing Dota.
Okay.
I'll be screaming around all the night.
Yeah, of course.
You know that.
Yeah, of course. But they're supportive, you're saying, basically.
Yeah,
and of course, your family is also supportive. So
Yeah.
the part of the family which knows is
Yeah.
supportive at least.
Yeah.
I keep explaining everything like how industry is working and all. So you know.
I think that helps, no?
Yeah,
that
it
helps
does, it
also.
does.
If you're
Yeah.
communicative enough to your
Yeah,
spouse
yeah.
or family,
Right.
"Hey, ये हो रहा है, हम लोग ने इतना कर लिया है." That I think will help
Yeah.
the support part to come.
No,
I
as
think
of
that's a
now-
big reason why Indians don't have good studios
Yeah.
who grew from small to big. नहीं है मतलब इंडिया में. It's because of this only.
Right.
Because our folks have been going to 9 to 5 office
Right.
Yeah.
with tie or whatever. At least the ones who did white collar jobs.
I mean, for our generation, if you see, the parents are very, they want security. I mean, they have this in mind that we want security, whatever you do.
Flat क्यों नहीं खरीदा?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
MBA कब करने वाला है?
Yeah. So they want this security, like that guy is having a proper setup. They'll start comparing and
Yeah,
stuff.
शर्मा जी का बेटा है,
Yeah.
वो क्या कर रहा है?
But then
वो अभी यहाँ पे छुट्टी बना के आया है.
yeah.
तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो?
To give them awareness is really hard. So
Yeah,
once you do
agreed.
that,
Agreed.
But now my cousins, like my niece and nephews,
Yeah.
they really wanted.
They must be looking up to you now.
yeah, that's a different
now
generation.
They'll show me
So-
they'll get an art and sketch and all this.
Yeah.
Right?
How is this?
No,
They
no,
call you
yeah,
uncle?
yeah. We
It's so fucked up, right?
we are
People
now
start calling you uncle.
we are now cool uncles now. Cool.
Damn.
Because that was actually a mindset for me.
Yeah.
Like when people started calling me uncle, that had started happening, and I took a double take. It's like, am I that old now? Because mentally you're always 5 years behind.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, हाँ अभी तो college pass किया था. Unfortunately, the grey hair just gave it away. So okay, now that you know game dev, of course you've been in this field so much and so on, then you must have done research also, right? So what genres really work in India? What
Right
genres
now,
are like
in
crazy?
India,
In India.
multiplayer.
Multiplayer.
FPS.
FPS multiplayer.
FPS.
At least multiplayer. It's like
It's number one
number
Yeah.
one.
on all platforms.
On all.
On a
platforms.
On PC, PS5, mobile, everything.
I mean,
everything.
for console, Indian audience is very different because
Yeah.
only privileged people used to get, from their
I
uncles.
like how you're saying privilege. It's just fucking rich people.
Yeah.
But it's
You know,
yeah.
so how they used to get from their uncles, get those Nintendos, Game Boys and stuff, right? Only
right.
those guys used to understand what actually is console, right?
Mm.
But for example, if someone is mediocre and then getting a PS5, they'll still go for Call of Duty,
Call of Duty,
Battlefield. These games they'll go. FPS is
Or
most.
mainstream shit.
Yeah. In India, FPS is mainstream.
FPS is the main thing. Yeah, because a lot of people either again we sell gaming PCs also, so we'll be seeing that people are making it for Valorant, people are
Yeah.
making it for
Yeah.
CS:GO. Very few people will be talking about other kind
Yeah,
of games.
exactly.
Very few.
Yeah.
At max, they'll be GTA 5 के लिए बनाना है.
Mm.
There's actually proper search term on Google search trends.
Right.
You can go and see GTA 5 PC.
Yeah.
So, how do you make the choice to develop for PC and not mobile? How did you guys make that choice?
It depends on the genre that we are making, what
Yeah.
kind of gameplay it will have.
The market size, addressable market on mobile is actually insane. It's beyond insane in India at least.
Yeah.
Because not everyone
No,
has
I'll
a
say one
console or a
thing,
PC, but everyone has a mobile phone.
Mobile is a very good platform.
Platform.
Where it's a really good platform. The thing is the kind of games that can come in mobile, right? So what kind of games you want to play? I mean, if I choose what kind of games I want to play on mobile, right? If I'm traveling somewhere, I'll pick a game to play. It should be
Correct.
casual, right?
Right.
So if I want to play FPS in my mobile, then I cannot. I already have a PC. I can play a similar experience. I can get similar experience on my PC. Then why would I go for mobile? That is my way of thinking, right?
Okay.
So that is the reason I'm like, for mobile we cannot make games that tell stories or something, right?
Agreed.
So that's the reason we chose.
It's curious that you say that because off late,
Yeah.
I try to check out the latest games on mobile also. Off late, what I've understood is really shit games are coming on mobile. They're interested in showing you ads,
Ah,
or
yes.
they're interested to trying to sell some in-app purchase for
That's
some
a-
gems or some bullshit. like that.
That's a different.
Yeah.
Gacha.
That's
Oh fuck! It's called gacha.
no, that is different.
That is
Gacha system is different, where
If you
they
played,
they,
Cookie Run?
they make you
No.
purchase. They make you purchase things.
And second biggest problem with mobile games I have right now is the ad will be something different. But when you open the fucking game, it's something completely different. Why did they do that, man?
I mean, that's
But their
very-
ads are effective. Huh? Their
Yeah.
ads are in a way that you'll end up watching.
No, so
Oh,
I mean, if I have to talk, there are two things. One is like, what are we triggering in the players, right? In general, we need to trigger dopamine,
Right.
right?
That's the basic
we need
case.
to make them happy. But nowadays, they are making them anxious.
Mm.
If you see those ads,
Yeah, because in the end,
Yeah.
somebody's failing.
yeah, if you see those ads, they are failing an easy level where you will be like, oh, this I can do it. No, why?
Correct, exactly, yeah.
So they are triggering the anxiety points nowadays. Now that is like, okay, fine, let me try.
मैं
this.
करता हूँ ठीक से ना इसको तो नहीं है
Exactly. So that is one. It's a controversial topic, but yeah. That's what they're triggering now.
So really big companies like Candy Crush and all these companies.
Candy Crush doesn't do that.
No, for example, I'm just saying. I'm saying as an example, these really big studios are going into that much level of psychology when they're designing their stuff.
So Ebony, that's the game, right? The one where the player fails in the end.
Yeah, there are a lot of.
There are many. All ads are like that nowadays.
All the ads
All ads are like that.
they fail.
By the end of that ad,
They'll fail.
I guess fucking up.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Arey, ये तो मैं कर लूँगा." Have you played Vampire Survivors? Fucking smash hit game, right? Not a lot of people.
Yeah, nowadays
design
we are
it.
getting a lot of duplicates of that game.
Yeah. It's become a genre in itself,
It
bro.
becomes a genre.
It's become a genre.
Survivor.
Yeah.
Survivor, right?
Yeah, survivor genre. So many people are buying that stuff now. It's actually a really good game. Like there was
It's a
this
good
interview of that dev somewhere,
Yeah.
and he's saying that he used to work in a casino,
Right, yeah, I've seen that.
and the audio and the visuals that he's designed. So even you can hear it also. It's some kind of slots kind of sounds are coming and the colors are blasting. So he got that in the game design as well, so that he can maintain like player keeps playing because some kind of things happen.
He was a solo developer.
Solo dev, that guy also, like just like Stardew Valley also, solo dev. That guy story was also insane, right? 5 years he did, or 6 years solo dev. But I don't think everyone can do that. Right?
Like being a solo dev is really hard. In India, it is.
You need some different level of character, no?
Yeah.
कुछ अलग बंदा ही हो सकता है जो कर सकता
There
है.
was one in one from our like you know
Yeah,
one
one.
friend. Like he's a solo dev. Like he's doing like crazy.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
He already launched 2 games.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. Okay, yeah. So it actually comes to the next question, right? So when you build a game, so in India, what I notice, the people who are making games, right? They're trying to build it for an Indian audience. Sometimes it comes across as forced also, like Indian element aa raha hai and so on, right?
Yeah.
So, do you stand to do? Is your success rate higher if you're developing for the world, or should you just stick to India?
But
World, right?
It
Totally,
depends.
right?
It depends how you're making it,
Also, you
right?
target
See,
audience.
I can tell an Indian story to the world,
Yes.
but the quality should be world quality.
Right.
It cannot be a random element. I cannot just put a random Indian element in any game and then say, okay, I'm bringing out India.
Indian does that.
No.
Indian.
Yeah, universal emotion, universal level of quality as well. Even to show like what kind of fluidity you are giving to them, right? Indians are very what do you call? They get satisfied easily. Like one thing we have done, right? We'll be satisfied. Oh, I have done this, and then you stop over there. A lot of Indians do that because that is bringing money.
for the board game also, art was a pretty challenge for us. Like you know, we want quality. That's the reason it took a very long time.
Because we were talking to international people and they were like, we need more because they need more. We need to bring more stuff for them. And then when you see certain audience in India, they were like, okay, this is good enough. But we are like, this is not good enough.
What are the common mistakes what fresh game devs are doing when they're starting a game? What a common mistake. I know one. Let me just say, like I would have done the same thing if I made the mistake of starting a game dev company. I'd pick a project that I couldn't complete. Like I'll be far too ambitious with the project. मेरे को GTA बनाना है इंडिया का, some shit like that, and I'll fuck up. So I think new game devs. sorry.
Let's cut that down.
Don't play this.
There are 3 games that are coming on this.
Madras wala is also coming.
So there are 3 games. in
Mumbai
that.
Girl is also coming.
Yeah. So let's not.
I didn't even take the say.
Unintentionally called out.
Unintentionally called out.
But वो होगा ना bro.
Yeah.
Because the scope of those games are so huge.
Yeah, the scope is really
Like
huge.
okay, let me rephrase it. I think the major mistake that new game devs will do is they'll pick on a project which will eventually be of such huge scope that they'll never be able to do it. Like because सबने GTA खेला है, they inspired that big open world बनाना है, and they're not able to do it afterwards. Because that probably requires 6, 7, 8 decade worth of work. Because GTA 6 is like decades in development.
Yeah.
2013 से चल रहा है वो.
Yes.
This is the 11th year running.
Right.
That GTA will be in development. So what do you guys see people misjudging and misallocating for? Like they have no clue about that.
No, maybe we can.
New guys, what they should be thinking of?
They should actually do some market research and what genres are working on and how much they are,
Generating money for the devs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then try to, blend in with a good idea or a story around it, and
So,
How is the ecosystem in India? For example, when I say ecosystem, it's like how easy is it to get funded, or how easy is it to get in touch with publishers,
Mm-hmm.
how easy it is to hire, like all those things. If you can just let us know.
From the investor point of view, like you can also like IGDs is a
Yeah.
pretty good stage for that thing.
Mhm.
You have IP Connect, like you can pitch to investors.
So there are places to go and talk,
Yeah.
people to talk
Yes.
to.
So the problem in India is like as of now we don't have a proper validation, right? The only validation that we have is for mobile development. So when you go there, it's easy to get money, right? But the other things there is not enough validation yet, right? So people are looking for that validation. The moment one thing comes out,
Like someone should crack.
yeah, someone should
PC
crack that
game
thing. That
thing.
the
That
moment
hasn't happened in India. No?
not
Not
yet,
yet.
not yet.
So it is possible to get funded, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not easy.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
easy
not
as of
easy.
now.
If you're a mobile wala person, maybe
Yeah.
easier.
Maybe
for
easier.
you.
Easier, not
Easy.
easy.
Yeah,
but
of course.
easier.
Yeah, at the end of the day, nobody's gonna give money
Yeah.
for free, right? That's not happening.
Yeah.
You
Only
need to
some
believe in that
investors
product.
are looking for like the PC and console.
So basically, not many of them have their thesis on PC gaming, right? So
They
if,
don't know what works yet.
yeah,
That's
yet,
what you're saying.
yes,
Oh.
from India, because even again, this is one more thing that happens. Even the international audience expect low quality from India by default.
Okay.
That's one kind of mindset that is right now. Like if you say the game is built in India, they by default expect okay, it's not so good.
So by default, they'll
Yeah.
value it at a
Yeah.
lower price point also,
Yes.
even before it's finished.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
ये तो नहीं होएगा
Yeah.
भाई.
So that is also one more thing where even we are trying to figure out okay, how do we put this in
How
front
are we
of
going to pitch this?
yes
Mhm.
in for international audience, right? So that is also very important.
Which brings me to the next question, right? Like when you're building a game with limited resources, and at the same time you're trying to look for some funding so that you can make a better game,
Mhm.
right? How do you go about marketing yourself? It's such a difficult thing to do, right? For example, these guys did it very smartly. That monkey wala game, monkey Black Myth Wukong,
Black
right?
Myth, yeah.
4 years back, before
Yeah.
release date, or
Yeah.
4 or 5 years back, they released a kick-ass trailer.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was mind-blowing.
Yeah, it was just a teaser. That
Yeah.
was really good.
It was like
And
maybe
they
1
played
after it.
the nostalgic factor as
Of
well,
course,
right?
of course, they hit the right notes,
Yeah.
and
That was crazy.
they made sure people noticed what they're doing.
Yeah.
They also had a pretty small team.
Yeah, yeah. At
When
that time, it
started,
was
yeah.
like handful of people working
Right.
on it or something like that. But what they used it for was to get investment
Mhm.
and get good team members.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
a smart way to market
Yeah.
yourself when you're a
Yeah.
small size studio,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
That's what we need to
पर
do.
इंडिया में नहीं होता है bro, ऐसा क्यों नहीं होता?
Yeah, as I said, right, they don't have a thesis yet, right? And there are a lot of other things that comes with that, right? So if I say I want to make a game on Indian God or something, people will come and hit me right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I cannot do that
Correct,
directly,
correct.
right?
Also, from the government, they do have some incubators here.
Oh,
as
they
well.
do?
Yeah.
Telangana government or central government?
Both.
Both has.
Telangana also has, and then central government also has. Each state in India, each state in India also has their own policies, kind of. Then, for example, if you go to Bangalore, they have their own Karnataka. Sorry, if you go to Karnataka, they have their own policy for VFX animation and gaming. You know, they support those guys, and then for
Like
Telangana,
support,
we
when you
have-
say support, money is involved?
Yeah,
They get
money is also
also?
involved, but again, it's not so easy. You need to
Of course.
go to a lot of layers.
Where money comes, nothing
Yeah.
is easy.
Yeah.
So we got selected from STPI incubator as well
Oh, nice.
last year. So yeah, we had.
So on an annual basis, these institutions, they're spending in crores funding studios or what? How does that work?
They do have a some amount
Pool.
and they distribute that to those selected studios.
Every year they get a pool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That pool they distribute to the right people, and then that gives us boost. Like for example, we got roughly 5 lakhs, so
Oh,
it
crazy,
boosted
man.
us.
So we
that is-
हो रहा है मतलब इंडिया में,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
really
that's the
crazy.
reason we were able to boost our board game, right? So we were like we went there with a prototype. Now we
Yeah,
have an MVP
now.
because of them. So
Oh.
that's how things work.
So do you need to share your profit also with them?
There are multiple conditions.
Yeah, there are
It
some
depends
certain-
on how we are doing it.
Okay.
They
Tax
gave
तो वैसे भी दे रहे हो.
they gave us kind of convertible thing.
Okay.
It depends, like if we get
So
an
when you
investment.
make some money, you actually give some back to them.
Yeah.
There is an agreement.
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. So,
Different
Interesting.
institutes do different kind of.
So can you put some links?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Put
yeah,
some links in the video and say
I think they
जगहों पे जाके
yeah,
आप
they
Yeah.
you can
recently
show your product and you get funded. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
they recently introduced a new cohort. Every year they do this, and I think the new one is running right now. Maybe
People can apply.
Yeah.
Is the number size keeps increasing every year, or it's just like the
Yeah, it is
50,
increasing.
60 people applying every year for past 3-4 years? It's like that.
Applying goes a lot, like 100 to
100.
130 people
Yeah.
apply, but they select 10 to 15 studios
course.
because they need to
Of course. They have limited
But
funds.
it was quite increasing from what we came like out of our. We are from 4th cohort and now it's like 6th or 7th, I guess, which is
Sixth is currently going on.
So you guys are you guys already on Steam?
not yet. But probably we are planning for the demo thing by April or March.
Is it easy to get listed on Steam?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is easy.
it is easy.
Just simple sign up form लगा लो हो गया मतलब. Is there any checks that Steam does?
Yeah, Steam will check like what kind of content you're providing, what everything, are you targeting the right people, or is there any...
So you have to give them a working thing, or you can
Yeah.
just list coming soon with some screenshots and video.
We can do coming soon with some screenshots and stuff where people can check and then wish list. If it is for what do you call adult audience, there is this
Adult only.
yeah. If we are doing that, there is like Steam has this check that we need to do where people can only sign up when they give their date of birth kind of thing and all other stuff.
So we'll head into the last part of this, right? Very. So in a field like yours, right? When does somebody think that हाँ अब मैं success हो गया है? When will what defines success for you guys? What will it be? See, money is money. Like leave money
Success,
aside.
but self satisfaction, like
मैंने मस्त game बनाया. That's what
take
it's
award, like
Ah.
game of the year.
bro.
So I forgot to say like we have a Google Drive where we have this. If you have seen Raising Kratos, if you have seen,
I've seen that.
It was
That is-
crazy.
that is what gives us motivation. Like
Yes.
that's like if you see that video,
Yeah.
you know what exactly
Yeah.
what it takes and
Agreed.
stuff, right?
Agreed.
So that is our main inspiration. We whenever we feel like okay fine we are going low or something,
We
I'll
watch that
I'll watch that video.
Cory
And then-
Barlog वाला.
Yeah,
crazy
Cory
guy,
Barlog,
the-
yeah. He's
the
a crazy
reboot.
madman.
He's a
Yes.
crazy guy, bro.
He's a
सही
crazy
बंदा है
guy.
वो, मतलब. The way he changed
Yeah.
the whole series to
Yeah. To a
to
father
something
and
of
son.
fucking fatherhood. bro.
Fatherhood, yes, it was all
And
about-
it's so nice that guy also at that time he
Yeah.
was going
He-
through that
he was going
fatherhood
through
and stuff.
fatherhood and stuff,
उसका
yes.
बच्चा पैदा हो रहा था and it's like insane.
Yeah, I've seen so many times. Like I know, like. so
And I
that
think
is what
that's a
I-
big reason why the new God of War really hits and
Yeah. Yes.
smashes
Yeah.
hard because of that. Because there is a proper
Yeah.
emotion behind
Yeah.
that. It's just not fucking mindlessly or killing stuff. ऐसा कुछ
Yeah.
भी नहीं है उसके अंदर.
So we want to go to that level at least. That is
Touch
where
wood,
we'll
man.
be
I
like
really
okay.
hope you guys do. I really hope. Ha. So what is the one piece of advice for kids who are going to start this stuff? What's that
Just
one
start.
piece of don't just start.
Just start.
Yeah.
Fail how many times you can. Just start.
Yeah.
Start and fail.
Do it with all your heart
Yeah.
and just start.
Yeah,
Don't
just
think
start.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you go deep, you know what it is. Like
Yeah.
if you don't step out, then you don't know what sun is, what rain is, right? So
Agreed, man. Agreed. So you guys think that really amazing games are going to come out in India in a
yes,
few years?
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
There are already few, right? As I
Yeah, we
said,
met them, no? In
Yeah.
IDDC. I am planning to meet those guys, but
They
let's
are
see.
already on Steam, so
Yeah,
Some of them are,
doing
yeah,
some-
yeah.
They're doing some insane stuff.
Yeah, some graphics and all really crazy. No? Because that's what like every gamer in their lives have always thought about this.
Right.
Hey, why India में अच्छा game क्यों नहीं आता है?
हाँ.
Like I really love for मतलब अभी you're playing a game and proper Hindi voice acting or whatever मतलब देसी voice acting में बोल रहा है वो मतलब जैसा मूवी में चलता है.
yeah, yeah.
How far away are we from that? Like
We are not
really
far away.
triple A quality stuff coming out of
We are
India.
not far away. People can do it. People are already attempting it. I think did you speak with those IELT guys?
Gallic?
IELT, I don't know how to pronounce it. AYELET, the Tamil Nadu guys.
No.
No, you should check their game.
Ah.
They are doing it. So it is like a
Chola
Tamil.
Empire
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should see them. They are doing it like a movie, right? It is a proper Tamil Nadu flavored story.
Yeah, it's Tamil voice acting used.
Yeah. It has like if you will feel like you are watching a Tamil movie, right? So
So what's the most challenging thing? Last 3 questions, we'll close it. What's the most challenging thing for an indie game dev in India? Specifically in India, क्या मुश्किल है मतलब?
Writing.
making
right?
the team, making the team.
Banana.
Hmm.
You need to find right people who actually connect with you.
Yeah, think similar.
Who
We
think
need to
like
get
you.
that vibe.
Right.
Because it's a passion-driven
Correct.
project, right? So
Correct.
if that person thinks, okay, the red color doesn't work but then you are like, okay, no, red, you should use red. Even that minute thing matters a lot.
The vibe should match.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Yeah. The proper team is the most important thing.
But okay, answer me this, right? So you guys are creative folk.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it hard to deal with people?
It is
Like managing teams, people.
no,
are-
I have so I have been basically I have been into all kind of roles.
Right, you work in
From
different organizations,
yeah,
different sizes.
roles. Yeah,
Mm.
different roles also.
Mm.
So that is where I've learned how to talk to these people. For example, a programmer will always think in terms of logic, always, right?
You not think beyond it.
He'll not think beyond it. You have to talk with them in a logical way. And an artist is always egoistic because he's like, what I made
They're
is
the best, huh?
best, exactly, right? So
इससे अच्छा क्या हो सकता है? Yeah.
and then the bridge is the designer. The designer is getting crushed in between, so you need to talk to the designer. Designer will be like, okay, dude, I want to make this game this way. So for this, I need this and I need this. I want to indicate something that goes in this color. I cannot indicate this in the other color. But the artist will be like, but this color is going well, no, with the art. But then, so that is where you need to handle those guys. And then from the programmer's perspective, he'll be like, okay, he'll be like, I need this in 2 days. But that guy's logic is like, oh, this will be taken.
नहीं ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता.
Yeah, exactly.
Allowed ही नहीं, Indian allowed ही नहीं
Yeah,
करना.
exactly.
Memory नहीं है अपने पास. And that kind of stuff.
That kind of thing
damn.
stuff happen, and then you
It's
need to.
fucked up.
And
Basically, the game designer is the most frustrated guy every day.
He'll be
सबसे परेशान है वो. Office
he'll
में
be
ना.
grinding in between both of them.
damn.
So
Everyone should be a designer then.
so that is the reason what we did is like in brainstorming session we involved everyone, the whole team. The whole team was there.
Objection है तो अभी बोल.
Yeah.
बाद में नहीं बोलना.
Yeah. They knew what was happening, so
Understood.
they understand what exactly is our thinking, or whoever is making that game, whoever is the main person leading or directing this, right? They understand. Okay, I made a coffee machine, he made a plasma ball kind of thing. Now we know what colors we are using, right? And then we were like, okay, this is what we need to do. This is the reason this machine is like this. So we started giving our thought process as well. People don't do that, right? So while we were telling them this is our thought process, this is the reason the machine looks like this.
Understood.
Then that is when the 3D guys were able to model it, and then no objections.
And then imagine more complex games.
Yeah.
Teams have 100 people,
Yeah.
200
Yeah.
people.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
It'd
that
be
is
insane. How do you hit deadlines then?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, final question, right? Final question. So what's your like dream project? If you had like unlimited money, unlimited resource, and you get to make a game of your choice, your thing, not worrying about how well it's going to do, what market is, whatever. What game will you make?
I actually had a story. I have a story for that thing. I've been building for a long time. It's gonna be like a AAA thing, and something close to Hellblade.
Nice, bro.
And
Agree,
something
agree,
like that.
agree. Yeah. The art and
Yeah.
there's not much gameplay in it, but just the journey of it is crazy.
Yes.
It's lovely. अच्छा काम किया है लोगों ने. Crazy है. What about you?
something like Witcher from
Witcher? Oh yeah, bro. Agreed.
that level.
I have like 120 hours in that.
Even today, people check PCs on
Yeah,
the
agreed.
quality on
Yeah.
Witcher.
Yes, that is crazy.
Yeah, agreed. Witcher 3 was amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, that was us. I hope you guys learned something. Maybe not. Maybe you enjoyed it. So that was us. Thank you for watching. We'll put down all the links about what we talked about, the incubators and cohorts
Yes.
and XYZ, whatever we talked about. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Check their website out, their Instagram account, follow them.
Yep.
Yep.
You can't wishlist their game yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But hopefully soon enough you'll be able to wishlist their game. And yeah, keep watching. Thank you.